Back to the C Space Studio here at CES 2024. I am James Kotecki. Joining me right now, Christopher Vollmer, Managing Director, MediaLink. Thanks so much for coming on the C Space Studio.
Yeah, appreciate being here.
MediaLink, a big part of CES. Tell me about MediaLink's ambitions and dreams here at CES and coming out of it.
Yeah, well, technology has been reshaping media, entertainment, and advertising dramatically. How it gets made, how it gets distributed, how it gets monetized. It's also, the time of the year when people get together and they start thinking about what their plans are for the rest of the year. The combination of those things and the fact that you have the whole ecosystem together means we need to be here. And we want to be here when the ecosystem comes together. We want to be, we have a phrase at MediaLink, in the room where it happens. Yeah. CES is one of those places where things happen.
Did you do that before Hamilton, or did you?
We did do that, yeah, before Hamilton.
You
and
had
then
that
it just got
Hamilton.
amplified. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
They stole it from you. I think MediaLink may be pretty well known, especially here at C Space. For those who are watching, you may not be as familiar. How do you fit into the media ecosystem? Can you kind of define the brand?
Sure. So we're a boutique advisory firm at the intersection of media, technology, sports, entertainment, and advertising. We advise brands and agencies, platforms and publishers,
so all sides of the
and
equation.
all the players in between. So agencies, ad tech companies, other marketing services players. So what's unique about MediaLink is we have clients on both the buy side, so the brands and the agencies, and the supply side, everyone who's involved in making and distributing advertising.
So, I mean, literally it's right in the name, right? You're linking up all these different entities.
That's the promise,
and so you're definitely the person to talk to, just kind of on a macro level, about a lot of interesting trends that we're seeing here at CES, C Space, and beyond. So I'd love to start with AI, because that's the theme on everybody's lips and minds this year here at CES 2024. As you look across the entire ecosystem, what is your thought on what AI means for 2024?
Yeah, so I think, first of all, we're in early days. So I think there'll be lots of experimentation. But I think there are three areas that I would keep my eye on, where I think even consumers and certainly advertisers here will start to feel the presence of AI in different media experiences. So for example, I think content discovery is a place where AI will help consumers get to the content that's most relevant, that they're most interested in ways that are much more frictionless than exist today. It's a real problem, like in streaming. How do I get to the shows that I want? We're all overwhelmed with choice.
We've had several guests mention the problem of you're sitting around for 15 minutes trying to choose what you want, and you're kind of in a daze because it's Friday afternoon and you just want to figure out something to watch.
It's bad for the user. It's also bad for the service. Drive more engagement, drive more usage, fixing discovery. AI will play a role in that. So that's one area. I think another big area is that you'll see AI playing a role in targeting. So ad-supported streaming is the fastest growing part of the streaming ecosystem. What AI can help do is help advertisers make sure that they're reaching the right consumers in the right place at the right time with the right message. And do that at more scale than sort of conventional machine learning analytical approaches to date. So that would be the second area I would watch, targeting. And then I think a third area is that it costs money to make advertising. And advertising has been primarily made by people. What you can do now is you can lower the cost of production through AI technologies and lower the cost of creation of advertising. So you can actually maybe spend volume-wise more and probably also spend more wisely.
And what are your thoughts on where that leaves human creativity in the equation and the need for people in the loop?
So I think the way that's going to evolve is that we're going to have basically data-enabled creativity going forward. So what that means is it's the machines and the artificial intelligence really help with the scaled production. But the idea generation, the storytelling, and how that plays out with new tools will be the role that I think human intelligence still plays a major factor in.
I like this framework that you have here for the different roles of AI: discovery, targeting, and ad creation, making advertising cheaper to, less expensive to produce. I like that because it kind of takes all these wild ideas about AI and it kind of boils it down to, like, what does it mean for the people at C Space, marketing,
Sure.
media, branding folks? Do you think AI, I think I like that, it's a pretty straightforward take. And so I wonder, do you think AI in some ways is overhyped? Do you think it is underhyped? Do you think, for all the hype that it has, is it potentially underhyped? Where are you on the hype feeling?
Hard to say it's overhyped.
Yeah.
It's part of every conversation
Yeah.
here. But I do think, coming back to how I started, that it's early days.
Yeah.
I think that it's something where everyone's going to be learning a lot. Everyone wants to learn a lot. Everyone needs to learn a lot.
Yeah.
I think if you throttle up big picture, even though streaming has been the dominant growth driver in the media ecosystem, probably outside of social media, it's still one where very few, I think only one big player, Netflix, is actually profitable. So that actually will accelerate, I think, the adoption of artificial intelligence in the ways that I outlined, because they need to still get some more growth. That's where AVOD in particular, they're trying to all add subscribers in AVOD. And they also want to get to profitability. So the things that they can do to increase ad revenue per user, the way they can integrate more efficient ways of working that lower the cost of ad creation, probably even lower the cost of content decisioning too. I mean, you look at Netflix, they dropped 100 shows. They announced that a week ago. While that may not be an AI trend specifically, you can bet it's on the basis of analytics
Figure
on the
out
platform.
what to make, what to drop, what to
Right. And I think that will be the that'll be must-have for all the players and the ones that are really in a state where they're data ready for AI. They'll be the ones that can take the most advantage of it.
As you look at the deal-making landscape and potential for 2024, what do you see out there? What's on your mind?
Well, I'm optimistic that the deal climate overall will be stronger in 2024 than it was in 2023. In 2023, it was not a bad deal environment, but had a lot of uncertainty, macroeconomic in this country, geopolitical more broadly. Lots of expectations about recession that never seemed to happen, but certainly influenced the pace and volume of deals. I think in 2024, there's the expectation that the macroeconomic environment, interest rates will come down. That certainly makes the deal environment more attractive. I also think that the industry dynamics lend themselves now more towards buyers getting involved. In other words, I think sellers are going to probably be coming down on their valuations, being maybe more in line with market expectations on the buy side, and that will increase the deal volume. And I also think you have a set of owners who are anxious, I think, to get rid of assets that may not fit their sort of near-term strategy needs in the way they thought it would.
And I know that so many folks here are clients or potential clients, so maybe you don't want to do this, but are you comfortable naming any names? Would you, any predictions of deals that you think will get done in 2024 specifically?
Yeah, I'm not really in the in the Magic 8-Ball game.
Fair enough.
But there will be. There will be. I think I'm personally skeptical of big media consolidation in the coming year. I think because of regulatory reasons, I think the political climate may not lend itself to doing so. And I also think, just in general, no one really probably wants to double down on linear media. I could get proven wrong, but until those portfolios are restructured a little bit, I think the sense of urgency isn't quite as high as maybe the press rumors suggest.
Is there another technology trend, maybe related to something that is potentially on the show floor here at CES or beyond? Are there other kind of technologies that are maybe glimmers right now on the horizon that you're thinking, oh, if this kind of thing comes into being, it could really impact the industry?
Yeah, well, the way I would think about it is, again, looking at the broader media and entertainment landscape. Where is there growth? And one of the areas where there has been growth, and there will continue to be, in my view, is in live experiences. So I think where technology can come into live experiences and enhance them or augment them or otherwise make them better, I think that's a really powerful combination. I mean, we're here in Las Vegas, there's the Sphere.
Yes.
That's completely revolutionizing live entertainment. The whole augmented reality space is a version of that. I'm really interested in that intersection of the physical, the live, the in-person with a digital augmented component. And I think that's a really powerful thing to watch.
So much more to talk about when you hopefully join us next time. Christopher Vollmer, MediaLink, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you so much for being with us. This is the C Space Studio. We are at CES 2024. We are excited to continue. I am James Kotecki. Don't go anywhere. We're coming back with more.